That's going to be July 29th through August 11th. And there's so many things covered in that help give you a break on the school supplies, tax-free anyway, but it adds up depending on how many kids you have too. But a great thing is happening this Saturday where there's going to be a backpack giveaway. And this morning we have former Florida State University fullback James Coleman with us, also a former Saint with us. And you, sir, are just out here what I call doing the Lord's work. Thanks for being with us this morning to talk about this giveaway.
Appreciate you having me.
What inspired you to do things like this in the community, giving back and like this Saturday's backpack giveaway?
Well, two things. My mother's always been someone who's given back and shown me, even though we didn't have much growing up. But the neighborhood that I grew up in, one of the influences that I had, and a lot of people won't admit this, were the guys who were doing more nefarious things. They gave back. They always would give us some money when we would go take the city bus to go get school clothes and things like that. And that was influencing people like me and my generation. So what I figured is, what if a guy like myself, who's now washed, what if I started doing some things? What if more lawyers? What if more people started doing stuff? And instead of just kind of pointing the finger, I just said, you know what? Let me go out here and try book bag driving. I did the first one in my hometown, Tallahassee. Then I did one where I work in Jacksonville. And then last year we expanded to Orlando.
And it's one of those things where you don't have to wonder if people can use something like this because it really gets expensive. Every year it puts a lot of pressure on families and teachers trying to get ready for school.
Yeah, I've got two that I have to try to get active with, and even though I'm blessed and I'm benefited, it's very difficult to get those supplies, and it costs up. And like those 20-cent packs of paper start to add up when they go through it all the time. So what I just want to do is just be able to help take away or defer maybe what some of those costs are for some people who can't afford it. So come by, get a book bag, and all I ask is that you just have a kid in the car and take as much as you want.
And so you have a way to register too. It is free, but you have a way to register so you know sort of how many supplies you need to have this Saturday.
Yeah, JamesColemanGivesBack.com. If you want to go there, all of the locations, all the different things we have. But in particular, click on the Orlando location. Just put a name in there, how many bags you need. It kind of helps us track it so that we don't show up with like 10 book bags. If there's 1,000 people that need book bags, we'll come with 1,000. If there's more than that, we'll try to adjust. The goal is to make sure that everybody has the adequate supplies so that these kids can start off their school year without having to worry and be able to be the best students that they could possibly be.
Yes, and what are other ways that you're supporting the community? I understand you have some camps that you're doing. You're looking to expand things even more.
Yeah, in Tallahassee and Jacksonville, we do the Blue Bag Drive on Saturdays, much like we'll do at West Oaks Elementary School in Orlando. But then on Sunday we have a football camp, and that's one of the things that we do want to expand towards in Orlando as well. Again, I got an opportunity to play at the highest level, and I bring friends with me as well. So I bring guys local in Jacksonville. We have some of the local prep guys in Tallahassee. I lean on my alumni and my current Seminoles to be able to come out and do some different camps. So moving forward, we'd love to work with UCF. Love to work with some of the current local guys, and I have some former Noles that are in that Orlando area who would love to give back. We just got to keep growing this product here and keep getting the community support. And man, we'll do whatever. As far as even after school programs and things, I have my Mentors for the Kids Foundation that is partnered with this. So that our goal is to find more me's and more you's in the community to develop them, encourage them, and equip them so that they can be the future.
Yes, and that's what it goes back to when you talked about having the school supplies and that taking that off their minds. And we of course had the news at the top of the half hour about this young man was bullied all through school, and it was well known that he was bullied, which is heartbreaking to hear. But those things stay with a child. And how does participating in team sports and things like that, help kids, get through life and give them the skills to, be strong and be more friendly and get along with people?
But one, you develop a natural friend base because you have your teammates. If nothing else, you've got these guys that you can rely on. And sports help you learn how to deal with failure because you're going to fail, and but you're gonna need people to encourage you. And you learn discipline, and you learn to also be reliable to other people. But bigger than that, even things like this. I remember when I was 8 years old, Gene Atkins, a football player from Tallahassee and FAMU, he also played for the New Orleans Saints as well. Ironically, I always remember that football camp, and that made me want to be a football player and be positive. Sometimes you just got to find that one positive thing or that one thing, and it gets you through. I can tell you this much: I hated every minute of practice, but I loved winning, and I love the benefits from it. So sometimes you have to find that one, but it also made me go to school. Football is what made me want to go to school and made me do well in class, and it helped me be successful. So everybody has to find that one thing, and that's kind of what mentors do. And that's one of the things that I've aspired to be as I've gotten older.
Mm-hmm. And when we look at academics in school, there's that well-roundedness that is really needed there, whether it's the academic clubs, or maybe it's a sports club, or maybe it's some sort of music or arts based thing that also gives people more outlets for expression and connection.
You have to do that. Life is too tough to try to keep it up. One thing I always tell people: quit the independent thinking. Like stop trying to be an independent person. We live in an interdependent reality. You need people that you can rely on while you're building yourself up. One of my favorite rappers is Jay Z. He has this bar that he had in one of his songs. Nobody will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches. And you pick up the people who are around you, and you do these things. That's why band is important. I'm a former band geek. I used to play the saxophone, chess club, Spanish club, all of these different things, man. The biggest thing is to learn how to get involved early, because as you grow in life, you're going to want to continue to get involved, and it helps you build. You learn from other cultures, you learn from other people, and it makes you, like you said, more well-rounded.
And so, how have we transitioned from maybe less focus on, we need to make sure that they get a scholarship out of this, and it's more about the experience, and less pressure on going pro or going to the scholarship level to get through school for free, which is all great, but everybody's not going to be able to get all those benefits from it, but there are benefits for everyone.
Well, you just focus on the basics. The reality of the situation is, I was genuinely unique. My mother actually raised two Division I athletes and one pro. My sister's an attorney. Actually, she used to live in the Orlando area, which is a big part of the reason I came back and did a lot of different things. But the discipline, the teamwork, the physical fitness, the camaraderie, the finding the success and building your self esteem and building your identity through sports and group activities is second to none. I mean, we all have our families, but one of the things that typically happens, especially in American culture, is we'll all leave our family eventually. It goes somewhere else. So you have to learn how to go into a new environment, how to find your niche, how to develop friends so that you can continue to be a productive person in society. And then also in that camp, we teach, and that's why it's important to have the college guys, the former pros, and even some of my better prep guys, so that as you're being poured into, you go and pour into that next generation. It's a multi-generational thing. I have my mentors that are out there that poured into me, and at the same time, I'm pouring into the younger guys. It starts to embed, and if it becomes, and this is the best part about sports, if it becomes a habit, it becomes something that takes you on through the rest of the day. So we, just as much as we need to build kids' self-esteem, we need to build kids, men and women, who go out and aren't just jerks to each other, but they're going around and they're helping their
Right.
fellow male and female to build their self-esteem.
Maybe help someone who is being bullied.
That part.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is great. So this is Saturday, the backpack giveaway at West Oaks Elementary School. So we can just pull up between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. And you can also register at jamescolemangivesback.com. And we just appreciate everything you're doing. Look forward to, more great things to share with the community in the future.
I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to get this out there.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon. Take care.